Let's talk about what concerns everybody, the environment. Whether you like it or not, you are attached to the environment. And the Federal Ministry of Environment has warned that several locations across 16 states may experience heavy rainfall likely to result in flooding. We are in the season of flooding, and this whole October, spilling over into November, lots of communities will experience flooding. But, I mean, this is not a surprise, right? We've had this year in, year out. And the government has come maybe during flooding, before or after, to say, you know what, this is what we're doing to this area. We're dredging this area, we're demolishing buildings, we're just pulling them down, doing this and that just to ensure that they mitigate the effect of flooding. But one catches our attention this morning, the dredging, or the expected dredging of the Ogun River. But apparently it looks like there is some controversy around that. Is the work being done or not? We're joined on the program this morning by the Secretary of the Lagos Ogun River Basin Communities Association, Mr. Olarewaju Smith. He's right here with us in our Lagos studio. You're welcome to the program, Mr. Smith.
Thank you very much, Kayode.
So it is quite shocking to hear that after all of the photographs, the photo ops for the dredging, that you say that nothing is being done by the Ogun River Basin Development Authority. So speak to us, because what we understand is the Ogun River should be dredged in time for the flood, which is right here.
Yeah.
You stay within those areas, your communities stay there. Yeah. Can you speak to us about the work being done or otherwise?
Thank you very much, Kayode. You know, last year I was here for this same issue when we had a devastating flood last year. And as usual, every year there's this apprehension in the communities when they are at the peak of the late rains, that is September, October. There's excessive release from Oya Dam by the Ogun River Basin Development Authority. And this exacerbated by the continuous heavy rainfall upland and downstream, and also the additions from the tributaries. The capacity of discharge from the dam and all these inflows downstream is beyond that of Ogun River. As a result, you have an overflow into the communities. And once that overflow occurs, you have the communities are shut down. Lives impacted, we have fatalities, livelihood lost, collateral damage, properties damaged, property value crumble. People see their lifelong investment going to just like that. And over the years, we've been having this relationship with Ogun River Basin when the former director was there. At times like this, because we need to assuage the fears of the communities, we go to the dam, we see the level, they give us this forecast and then release outlook for the year. So we already look at it and we tell our people there's going to be flood this year. And then we now work with them to see how they manage it through efficient releases. Although we've not been achieving much, but to some extent. So last year we were excited when we had the president himself, that is President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the director of Ogun River Basin, Dr. Ashiru, called on us and told us when we were in his office for that same kind of engagement that the president has approved the dredging of Ogun River. You know what it is when the communities hear presidential project. Everybody was happy that at last there's recognition. Asiwaju has recognized this community because he was the governor of Lagos State when one of the estates around here, the Misheri estate, I think Oshun, was at birth. So we said, he's an action person. We know finally solution has come. So, but just 2-3 weeks when Dr. Ashiru was here in this program and gave some kind level of assurance that there will be no flood this year, we were shocked. We woke up one morning. Initially, we saw the water overflow across the Long Bridge down into the communities, but just within 2 weeks after the assurance, the whole communities were submerged. Lives, students could not go to school. Water was contaminated. There was health risks here and there, fatalities, you know, livelihoods lost, collateral damage. And you know, this is an industrial hub.
Yeah.
You have lots of industries here. Water entered the place and ruined their equipment. So I was in this program and I said, this is 2 months into that flag off. We were invited for the flag off, a presidential project. The Obas were there, the native, all the traditional rulers were there, the people were there. We mobilized communities that finally, this is a federal project.
Where was the location of that?
Itowolo, along Ikorodu Road.
Okay.
Yes, just after Mile 12,
right.
Owode-Oniri area.
So the dredging was meant to take place there?
It was to start from that place. It was a 10-kilometer dredging.
So from there all the way?
All the way down to Isheri. So
right.
they are starting downstream and walking upstream.
Where are they now?
As at May, Kayode, we were getting information from our communities because every week we send people there to find out what is the level. They said, Oga, like they say, no work. We said, what?
That is months after the...
Months. This was as at May this year.
Right.
So the association now said, let us go and see. Maybe these gentlemen, these community individuals don't understand what dredging is. Because dredging is actually you pumping water and debris from the stream, the river. That is, you're increasing the capacity of flow such that whenever there's any release, there will be seamless flow downstream. We got there and found out that what they did was they only cleared water hyacinth downstream. Now, upstream, there was no activity. That is, we're talking of 10 kilometers. But upstream, we can't even see 100 meters. No tangible dredging.
Compared to the 10 kilometers that you were meant to do?
10 kilometers is like twice the long bridge. So and you can't even find just 100 meters. You know 100 meters, a 5-year-old can run 100 meters. You can't even see 100-meter dredging. No equipment on site. The day we got there.
When was the last time you checked?
We checked July 28th again, and we got information because we always call our people, but we go, you know. As at last night, we still called our people to be sure, if anything, because we are very optimistic. This is a presidential project. It must be done. They still told us, Oga, no equipment.
So obviously...
No equipment. What they only did was manual with shovels and boats to clear water hyacinth. And that's not dredging.
Just for Nigerians who are wondering, what is this water hyacinth? It's a plant that grows.
It's a plant that grows.
So that's what they actually cleared.
That is what the young men are clearing. All right? Then they've not dredged, because if you want to dredge, you bring your equipment down, you send your pipes and booms down that will be pumping from the sea water bed, the river bed, to increase the capacity. That has not been done. No tangible dredging on the 10-kilometer, any angle, so that you don't say you did not start from Itowolo. And our fears is that with that dredging not executed, and we're at the peak of the rainy season, what do you expect? Any release now or any heavy, high-intensity rainfall, there will be no seamless flow of the river.
So those are images, some of the images sent of that area.
Yes.
So this is the state of the area right now.
Yes, you can see this is the upstream area. Look at that debris. Look at the cake. You can stand on it. This is in the middle of River Ogun.
So that should be cleared, actually.
That should be
cleared.
Space. First of all, when you clear that, for starters, that is like preambles. You now send your equipment down to the base of the water. Then you start pumping from the riverbed to increase the capacity. All the silts there, you pump it. So the capacity is increased. You now have seamless flow on the river.
So this is the situation.
This is the situation, and that's why we're trying. We had to cry out to the president on the 22nd of September. We wrote an open letter.
And has anything been done?
We know the president is, he was away, but we know he's back, and we know something must be done. And that's why we won't shut up till something is done, because these are lives. We have millions living across this area.
And the rains are here.
The rains are here already. And the predictions are not fair from NIMET. They've warned us, and the Ogun state government, you remember 2 weeks ago, Mr. Olaoresanya told the communities that you have to relocate. And the people said, to where? Because this is coming as a shock. Where would we relocate to? Where will you? You can't. And he did that. You know, he's a gentleman, a refined gentleman and a professional. He has been with us. We call him, he listens, and he has been giving us assurances over. He was the one who, through the, Governor Dapo last year did the dredging, the silting of Okparo River.
Right.
So we now have one major channel busting out at Itowulu.
So the Ogun River Basin Authority has to go back to the site and continue work. That's the minimum.
That is the minimum. But Kayode, at this stage, we are crying out. Whether it is the Lagos State governor, the Lagos State government, through this fantastic gentleman, Tokumbo Waha.
All right.
Let him come and, because we need help. When you need help,
right
you
now,
are not calling any name.
It's emergency.
It is emergency. We want help.
Definitely.
For the communities. If not, what will be recorded this year will be more severe than past year, because even the drainage Governor Dapo did last year, a community that the culvert was cut for water to pass, and they were promised that they were going to build a culvert across. They've gone back after waiting for a year because they've been expecting the Governor Dapo. They filled 2 sections. As at day before yesterday, we got information they filled 2 sections of the Okparo River to be able to assess their communities, because they can't continue to wait for government.
And nothing has been done.
Exactly.
We have to thank you so much for your time and for raising the alarm. We must ensure that people do the work that have been put there to do.
It's a social contract they must honor.
Exactly.
That's
and
the
not
minimum
put lives at risk.
they owe the people.
Clearing water hyacinths. Come on.
Communities can even pay those young men
do that, right?
Water hyacinths.
Secretary, Lagos Ogun River Basin Communities Association, Mr. Olariwaju Smith, thank you for your time. And of course, this is something we're following up with. And we'll speak with the authorities also on the
And please help us cry out. Right. We need help. We're not concerned about the person, but we want the job to be done.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.